If you're a parent, chances are you've considered leaving your kids in the car alone for just a moment. Maybe you forgot something in the house or needed to lock the front door. But if all those warnings you've heard about leaving your children unattended still haven't changed your mind, this next story might. Here's Matt Mahar.
All those car buttons. Kids can't help but to push them. But what many parents don't know is that this, a simple car window, can be a potential killer.
She was beautiful. She had the curliest hair.
Britt Gates from Kansas lost her daughter Zoe to a power window accident 2 years ago. The 2-year-old was leaning out the car window when her knee accidentally hit the window switch. The window raised, suffocating her. Her father, only yards away, didn't hear a thing.
It was horrible. It's the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody.
According to consumer groups, it's just one of more than 24 fatalities due to power window switches.
There's no reason that in this day and age we should have unsafe switches.
David Champion is the director of the Consumer Reports auto testing facility. It's his job to evaluate cars for safety. He says these window switches, known as rocker and toggle switches, are found in many American cars and are an inherent danger to children.
The child comes forward to look out of the window, accidentally puts her knee on the switch, that comes up and traps the head. They can't breathe, they can't scream.
It takes only a small amount of pressure from a child's elbow or knee to operate it.
We're at the hair cutting store.
How easily can a little knee find these switches? To illustrate, we had 2-year-old Noah sit in the front seat of an SUV. For safety, nothing in the car was operable. Noah's dad, an Inside Edition producer, was also nearby. Almost immediately, Noah uses the armrest to get a better glimpse of something outside. These accidents could easily be prevented if parents followed one simple rule: never leave a child in a vehicle unattended. But David Champion says parental responsibility is only part of the remedy.
Yes, parents should be aware of their children at all times, but the car manufacturers have the ability to put a different type of switch in that is much safer.
The lever switch shown here is already standard in most foreign-made cars. It has to be pulled up and cannot be activated by leaning on it. Some cars also have an automatic reverse feature.
If it senses something in the window, we'll automatically retract it.
Champion says since the solutions are available and inexpensive, these tragedies could be eliminated completely.
My purpose now is to honor Zoe and honor her life and make sure that everybody knows that it can happen.
Ford and GM told us that their power windows are safe, but they do urge parents to never leave children unattended, never leave the keys in a vehicle, and use the window lockout switch, which allows only the driver to operate power windows. If you want more information about this, just come to our website, InsideEdition.com.